What's going on YouTube? My name is Parker. Welcome back to the Everyday Guy channel. Today I just wanted to have a really thoughtful conversation about EDC, your everyday carry. Why do you choose the things that you choose to put in your pockets every day? Let's talk about it. Alright, welcome back. For those of you that are new here, my name's Parker and this is the Everyday Guy channel. Cover all kinds of EDC and just, random things that I'm into. So if you like that kind of content, think about subscribing. It doesn't cost you anything. Let's talk about knives. Most guys carry a knife. And I don't know if many guys give much thought to why they carry the knife that they carry. Was it a gift? Was it inexpensive? Is it really super nice? Is it something that you're proud of, that you like to get out of your pocket and talk about with other guys? Those are all important factors when you're choosing a knife. Or is it just plain functionality? If it's just plain functionality, something like this from Walmart, that Ozark Trail knife that was viral a few months ago, this would really work out well. It only costs $10. It's got a good blade. It's a good size. You could pry with it. You can use it as a screwdriver, and it doesn't matter if you lose it because it was only $10. So this might be a really good choice, but it is a little big. So let's say you work in an office and you wear suit pants every day. Probably not the best choice for you. Maybe something small like a little Victorinox, maybe that would be a better choice for you. Still got your blade, a nail file, and some scissors. This might really fit your needs. It's also got a little clip on the back. Maybe you could use it as a money clip. Now it's multifunctional. That's something to think about. It could be really functional for someone who works in an office or someone who works from home like I do. Usually what I'll do is I'll just put it in my little wallet, snap it right on there, and now I've got my blade, my cards, some modules that I carry in here for EDC. We'll just go over those here real quick. I carry some little clear credit card wallet inserts in my wallet. This one happens to be first aid. It's got a pre-treated band-aids and a few Q-tips on there. I've got one with some ibuprofen and heartburn medicine in there. And then I've also got another one that's got like some little flossers and, little things like that in there. But this is a really thoughtful EDC for me because it does contain a lot of different items of things that I need during my day. Cash, cards, if I need a Band-Aid, I've got one. I've got a little blade here. And then I always carry a little flashlight. I carry this i3T EOS from Olight. It's 80 lumens. But if you put a rechargeable 14440 battery in here, it now becomes 100 lumens, and you can see that's plenty bright enough for what I need. It'll fit in this little pouch right next to my blade. And now I've got a really cool little all-in-one pouch. This happens to be the Chum Surfer wallet, and I really love these things. I've got quite a few of them. The models have changed over the years, but these older ones you might be able to find on eBay. They work really well. And this is a great EDC kit for me. And there was a lot of thought put into it. And with there being a lot of thought put into it, it works really super well for me. And that's really the point of this video today is truly thinking about your EDC. Why do you carry what you carry? And could I do it better? Let's take a knife for instance. Let's say you open a lot of Amazon boxes, you pry a little bit during the day. Let's say trying to get staples out of a box, or you're cutting that heavy banding or something like that. Regular blade would work great for that, but you're not going to want to pry with it. So maybe something like a Milwaukee Fastback would work better for you. You still have your razor blade on here, which allows you to cut the banding and allows you to open the box. But then removing the staples, you could use the screwdriver bit attachment that comes on there. You put a little flathead in here. Now you can pry staples, you can pry, some other different items. You also have a flat and a Phillips on here that you can use for, tightening up certain things or changing blades on someone else's knife. You know, whatever it is, this may be a really functional item for you that's you know, you probably should consider. You also got a bottle opener here if you want to crack a beer at the end of the day, or you want to open somebody else's. So this might be a really good option for you. Or let's say you work in an office and you don't really need to carry a knife, but you still need to pry sometimes, and you still need to open boxes, but you don't really need a blade, or maybe blades are, you know, prohibited. You can't carry a blade. Maybe something like a little 511 pry bar would be a more applicable application for you. With the little screwdriver on the side, you can open boxes with it. You've got a little pry bar here that you could still kind of pry with. You got your bottle opener, so you could still open that beer. And it's small and slim. It fits in your suit pants. It's almost invisible. Maybe this would be another good option for you. So you see where I'm going here. It's just something to really consider when you choose the items that you choose to put in your pockets every day. You know, if you're somebody that, let's say, works in the trades, and you normally carry a fastback because you need that, you know, Phillips capability, you need the prying capability, you need that razor blade. What about maybe carrying a multi-tool? You're going to have all those same features, but now you've added a couple more features. So this happens to be the Skeletool by Leatherman. You've got your carabiner, which also works as your bottle opener. Now you've added a hammer. You've also added a super cool pair of pliers with some wire cutters and some needle nose. So now you've got that functionality. But as far as it goes with the fastback, now you still got your blade. You still have your bits, your multi-ended bits, so you can put your flathead on here if you need to pry. You still got your Phillips on here for marking, and you have the capability of carrying another bit. So let's just say you wanted to put 2 square bits in here, a number 1, number 2 square bit, you know, for an occasional receptacle that you have to rewire or something like that. Now you have that capability as well. So now you've just increased the functionality from your Milwaukee Fastback to a multi-tool, and as you can tell, they're the exact same size. Matter of fact, the multi-tool might just be a little smaller than the Fastback. So that's a really thoughtful thing to consider when picking a utility to use it during the day. There's also another, you know, there's a lot of things you can think about. You can think about like your flashlight. Let's say you're a mechanic, you use a flashlight all day long, and you really need a flashlight, but something like this might be a little too big because sometimes you might have to put it in your mouth, or you know, you don't have that third hand. But yes, it's got a magnet on there, but it's not a really good magnet. It doesn't always go in the position that you need it to. So maybe something small like a little i3 EOS from Olight would work. I mean, this is very easy to just put in your mouth and put where you need it. May not be very hygienic, but it's yours. You know, who cares? You know, or what if you choose something like an i3T EOS from Olight? You know, you could put 14440 battery in here and get, you know, 20 more lumens. So now you got a really bright light, or you got a small light. It's easy to use. That's something to consider. You know, there's just a lot of things that if you really think about them, you can make your EDC better. And I think that's kind of my point with this video. I'm not going to continue to, you know, carry on here, but I'm going to just give you one more example. Pocket notebooks. These are all the rage right now. Here's 3 different styles that we're going to talk about today. A lot of guys are real hip on these field notes, but I happen to, you know, try to carry these, and they haven't been the most, they're not the easiest things to carry. Either they're bent, they break, they get wet, wrinkled, whatever. You know, some people like the appeal of that. You do have to open it up to write on it. You can't just, you know, pull it out of your pocket and start writing on it right away just to capture a quick note. It's a little bit easier with the Write in the Rain. You know, you only got to flip it up, and you know, you've got these little bit more secure pages that are waterproof. a little bit easier, a little bit tougher, but you also got this metal up here. A lot of guys don't like carrying that kind of stuff. So here's a thoughtful consideration. What about just a 3x5 index card? You could write your things to do here, any reminders that you have, and maybe any notes that you have or thoughts during the day, you can write on the back. It's small, you could fold it up, stick it in your pocket. Heck, you could stick it in your wallet. Doesn't really matter. But it might be a more thoughtful consideration for you if you don't want to carry something bulky like this, or you don't really need the weatherproofness of something like that. Just a quick shopping list or things to do. Just some quick notes. Who did I just talk to? What was their name, their phone number? That kind of thing. These index cards work really well. So this has been Parker with the Everyday Guy. I just want to encourage you to really think about the things that you use every day. Do you need to upgrade them? Because if you do, it's almost Christmas time. It's a perfect time to ask for an upgrade. Let's say you decide that, man, I use a flashlight every single day. I'd really like to have a nicer flashlight than what I'm carrying, or I don't own a flashlight at all. I think that's something I want to add to my ADC. Go down that rabbit hole. Start looking at flashlights, put them on your Christmas list. Or maybe you realize that a multi-tool like the Skeletool would really be a great option for me. I could eliminate a lot of things that I carry in my pockets and just carry one item, and maybe a flashlight. And so I have a little bit more mental clarity. I have a lot less stuff on my person, and a lot more functionality. So this has been Parker here with the Everyday Guy. I appreciate you coming to the channel and following me. If you have any questions, please drop them down in the comments. I'd be happy to entertain those, and I do respond to every single comment that comes in. Until next time, this has been the Everyday Guy. I appreciate you. Bye-bye.